Welcome back, Pokeloggers, to the 7th installment of our Pokelogue Battle series. We have the same team we were using in the last episode of the Battle series, so we're just searching for our first opponent now, and luckily we found them pretty quick. So hopefully, just like in the last episode, they lead Kingdra and Politoed, which means that we can just go with Lapras and Whimsicott. Even so, this seems pretty safe to me, just in case like they bring something like the Talonflame, or even if they bring the Rillaboom without the Amoonguss support, we can go for a Fake Tears and a Freeze Dry, so we might not even see the need to Dynamax here. Cobalion, yeah, just because I'm bringing Whimsicott, and then I suppose, do they have many physical attackers? So they could... Yeah, they could bring the 4 special attackers there, so I'm not sure Incineroar does too much apart from Fake Out late game, maybe. Might be useful against the Amoonguss, however. Yeah. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do actually is bring Togekiss. Togekiss does alright actually here, I think. Feel a bit spoiled for choice, which is quite nice. I don't think Dragapult's to bring, personally, because they're probably going to have an Ice Beam and stuff, so we're going to go for Incineroar. I like Incineroar and Cobalion, even as a lead as well, actually, so. Right, so let's jump straight into battle number 1 against Tim. 007, and this is actually episode 007, so. Okay, so what does Tim up to bring here for his lead? Talonflame and Amoonguss. Okay, not exactly what I was hoping to see, but I suppose the Talonflame is a counter to Whimsicott here, so. Yeah, it's still gonna... It'll still have priority with your Wing Boot. Don't see any real reason to not go for a G-Max Resonance. However, I don't want to Dynamax too soon and the Amoonguss just sends me to sleep. So the Talonflame's not really threatening Lapras at all. So we're just going to go for a Freeze Dry here. Maybe we get a Freeze as well. But then we'll just go for a Protect here. Does the Talonflame just go for a I don't think Talonflame goes for a Tailwind. Don't see the point of losing Whimsicott too soon. Okay. And brings in Politoed. Okay, so this is still fine because the Freeze Dry will do considerable damage. Wonder why they switched out the Amoonguss there. Odd. Maybe it was just bait to get me to worry about sleep, so maybe I don't Dynamax or something, which technically worked. Okay, dual Wing Beat comes out into Whimsicott, it's fine. So we'll go for a Freeze Dry here. And considering that Politoed does actually set the round for us here, I don't see any point in not just going for a Max Geyser onto the Talonflame, unless the Kingdra switches in. Don't really see that happening though. And then I'll just switch Whimsicott into Incineroar to weaken the damage from Talonflame's dual Wing Beat. There's probably no doubt coming out. Okay, so it looks like the Talonflame's staying in as Pokemon switch out in their speed order. So does the Politoed stay in as well? And the Politoed shouldn't go for a Scald into the Incineroar slot anyway, so. Okay, probably don't need to Dynamax, but I don't really see the point in not, considering the fact that I don't really want to I feel like it might be a bit tricky to get Cobalion and Whimsicott next to each other in this game. And I've said it already, I don't really feel like Cobalion needs to Dynamax to do some late game work. So if we can set up a Roraval here, that'd be fine. Well, in the next turn, sorry. Okay, Politoed protects, that's fine. Maybe expecting an Energy Ball. Oh, another Freeze Dry. Then dual Wing Beat comes out again, as predicted. There's next to nothing due to the Intimidate. And we'll go for Max Geyser here. So the interesting thing here is if it is sashed, which it may be. Nope. I was going to say we could go for a Fake Out next turn into Talonflame just to get rid of it, which wouldn't be a bad play. So I'm wondering, do we... So they probably get Kingdra in for free here. I believe Helping Hand actually goes before. Yeah, Kingdra comes in. It's not too bad, really. considering the if Incineroar goes down, we get Whimsicott in for free, which means that I can... I think it's probably, like, it's absolutely fine for me to go for a G-Max Resonance here and kind of ignore the Politoed a little bit. Yeah. I mean, I don't really see any need, unless I got the Rillaboom in the back, to have something that can deal with that. Yeah, Cobalion. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a Fake Out onto the Politoed, just in case it does go for a Scald and then go for some kind of odd play, but I feel like it's probably just going to be a Helping Hand set. I'm hoping that the Kingdra actually goes for a Max Geyser into Incineroar to give us the free switch into Whimsicott. Can't really see it needing to go for anything else here unless Kingdra feels like they need to get off some big damage on to Lapras, but at the same time I feel like they'll probably consider the fact that the Lapras isn't really doing too much. Yep, there's a Helping Hand, so just for any of you guys that didn't know, Helping Hand goes before Fake Out. This Fake Out literally is just so I actually get some damage off onto the Politoed because a nice crit as well, so it was worth going for. Max Wormwind, okay, so that's into Lapras, won't do too much. It's not a great amount of damage for us to be taking, I mean. Okay, so Incineroar's attack gets slowed. So it's kind of annoying, right, because I could have gone for something else. Yeah. Maybe that's not great. I'll get another crit, which is fortunate. Okay, so I can't guard here. Incineroar's kind of like... They've played around Incineroar quite well, actually. Is it worth me just going for another G-Max Resonance onto the Kingdra to get some decent damage, as we won't get... I mean, that didn't do half anyway, did it? So it would have had to have come down to 235, 37, so we're a little bit above that, and obviously with the screens up as well. So I think it's fine for me to just go for a... They might expect the Lapras to guard, but then again, probably not. I don't really see the need for Incineroar at the moment. I'm just going to opt for a Parting Shot, hopefully I'll get it off. If not, it doesn't matter. Kind of want Incineroar to go down a little bit here. Yeah, so the Helping Hand is to... get the KO on the Lapras. Don't think it's going to pick it up, nope. So we're actually going to do more damage to the Kingdra in respect. So this is where bulk actually comes in handy, really. Go Parting Shot into the Kingdra. So this renders it into a position where it should probably feel like it might want to switch out, perhaps. See, the interesting thing is here now we get in... Who do we want to bring in, though? We kind of want to keep wasting the turns of Rain, so if we bring in Whimsicott, I feel like it's probably fine to just go for a Tailwind. I feel like they're going to max Airstream anyway. Next turn. So I believe that was our last turn. The first one was a crit, wasn't it? Yeah, I just realised that's why it did more damage. Okay, so the annoying thing here is Freesia will probably pick up the KO, and they might be aware of that because of the fact that I haven't actually gone for it. I've already gone for it, so they obviously have to be aware of that. However, there's nothing really stopping me here from going for a Freeze Dry and then a Tailwind. Yeah. Because I think the Freeze Dry KOs the Kingdra from there. So... yeah. There's no point protecting because they're probably going to go for a... I wonder what this is going into. Okay, so Whimsicott gets Tailwind off, which is fine. So, I'm hoping this isn't a Max Airstream then. Max Wormwind. This should... Obviously it's going into Lapras. I really feel the need to use a Helping Hand there? I mean, there's so much damage they were doing while we were Dynamax, so... yeah, I feel like we're in a better position because... the Kingdra's slowly chipping away at its own health. The rain stops here, so Kingdra's actually at 150 speed now. So Cobalion can just simply come in. No point in bringing in Incineroar. Yeah, Cobalion can come in. We're faster than both of these Pokemon. They have no ops for like Fake Out or anything like that. Kingdra could be carrying Protect, so could Politoed. We're at full health. Yeah, this is a pretty good position to be in, really, but I don't want to speak too soon. I mean, is it worth me just going for an Iron Head into the Kingdra slot? I know some people have actually been opting to not bring... yeah, I think this is fine. I can't see this not picking up the KO. It'll be at +3. Yeah, I'm going to take the risk. I don't want to lower my own stats. This is where Sacred Sword could be a bit better. I think it's Sacred Sword that the Sword of Justice get access to. They could just go for a dual protect here, but it doesn't really get them much off. They could switch something out so they get the range set back up at some point. And protect Kingdom maybe. So it looks like they're not protecting at all. Okay, so 1 point of damage for 1 stage of attack. That's absolutely fine by me. So does this? It does go to +3, doesn't it? Yep. So it's for every healthy party member you've got. So I think +3 on the Kingdom should be fine here. And 9 head. Fine. Yep. Kingdra does actually have quite a lot of natural bulk. It's almost like a pseudo legendary with the and Whimsicott avoids. Okay, Cabalion doesn't. I'm not too worried about the damage, I'm worried about the accuracy drop here. Please, no accuracy drop. Oh god, they get it as well. Okay. So this stops us from using Stone Age, which I don't think matters. It's the Amoonguss in the back, isn't it? I was just talking about it being a Rillaboom. Okay, so this drops our speed, but it's really not that big a deal. I mean, bounce is just so inaccurate anyway, and that is kind of my way of taking out the Amoonguss guaranteed. I think it drops our accuracy by 0.75, so that's what we're on now. Do I just go after the Politoed here? I feel like it protects. Yeah, I think I kind of need to go after the Amoonguss, and yeah, this is where Whimsicott can be a bit of a dead weight sometimes. Just gonna go for another beat up. There's nothing else I can really do, and there's no point in me like salvaging it, savouring it kind of thing, like keeping it around by protecting. So, because I suppose the Politoed does outspeed us without any speed investment. Felt like it was in my opponent's interest to protect the Kingdra, switch into Amoonguss and then switch back into Politoed last turn, but obviously they didn't opt for that. They might not have had protect, so. Okay, does Rage Powder come out? Doesn't matter, and we miss, which is unfortunate. The utility of Muddy Water has been proven to be quite useful, actually. Okay, accuracy drop onto the Whimsicott. Do we get one onto Cabalion as well? Nope, we don't. That's really annoying. I suppose it was my opponent's out, but yeah. There's nothing really stopping me from just keep going here, because I feel like Incineroar's in a pretty good position to tidy up this game. Considering Politoed doesn't have any support from the weather, and I can just keep beat-upping actually. Unless someone has Sludge Bomb, maybe I should have protected there to scout out for that. Okay, Politoed protects. Hopefully Amoonguss is, yeah, hopefully they don't realise that you can't Spore a Whimsicott and they go for a Spore and they actually waste a turn here. No, they do have Sludge Bomb. Okay. This is a big problem of mine. I have a real problem of making all the right calls literally moments after I've actually locked into my decision. If you guys have seen the best of 3 I had with Devin, which would have been the last episode uploaded before this one, you'll have seen that I do that. I mentioned about the Reuniclus using Trick Room literally the moments before it uses Trick Room, so you're talking like 10 seconds after I made the call to go after the Torkoal instead. Devin played that fantastically, I've got to mention that again, so props to him. I really want to go for a bounce onto the Amoonguss, but I just don't see it being viable. Yeah. Okay, we're just going to have to keep going after the Amoonguss here, as that's the thing that's going to cause us some problems. Then again, do I go for a fake? Yeah, I'm going to go for a fake out onto the Amoonguss, and an Iron Head onto it as well. Politoed's probably just going to go for some... Oh, it's got Muddy Water, hasn't it? That's it. Not Scald. So it's spread damage, so it should do less to Incineroar, and we take another turn of Search, not great. was hoping to wake up then, so we get a free chance to attack without worried about the miss too much. That does a hell of a lot of damage to Incineroar. That's really annoying. Because the second one, just in the maths, second one should probably KO us, but hopefully we wake up this turn. Even if we don't, like, as long as we just connect this first attack. Ugh, I need to go after the Amoonguss, don't I? I really wish that had activated that berry as well. Okay, that's where I'm going anyway, so that's fine. Cobalion wakes up. Please connect. Yes. Okay, so that's the Amoonguss dealt with, and then the Flare Blitz was just to cover the Amoonguss. Us not hitting the Amoonguss. So Polytoad's obviously here, just opting for, you know, like the accuracy drops. Why did that first hit do so much damage onto Incineroar? Did I misread a crit there? I'll see it back in the playthrough. Okay, so it props our berry. Brilliant. And then Flare Blitz comes out into Polytoad, so it's obviously resisted, but it's not weakened by the rain. So Polytoad's got a berry as well. Polytoad can just keep going for Muddy Waters here, but obviously we there's probably no problem here with us just going for a close combat, because if we connect, we knock it out. If we don't, we don't get the defense and special defense drops. So I'm actually just going to go for a... The Dark Slayer doesn't knock it out, and I don't need to bring it within range of anything, so I'm actually going to go for a potting shot here, just to minimise the damage that Muddy Water does. And we connect close combat, so that's game. Yeah, I want to bring this up actually. In that Best of 3 Devin, this isn't an excuse, but I definitely have a habit, and I mentioned this at the end of the video, I definitely have a habit of kind of just assuming that all is lost when one bad turn happens that isn't in my favour. And I've definitely want to try and get out of the habit of that this game, so what I'm going to do is definitely try and talk through more potential like outcomes through moves and like through turns, and I just want to try and like continue to maybe think at turns just that little bit more, and like I think it's after that Reuniclus, sorry to keep going back to it, but after that Reuniclus move that Devin made, which was pretty easy to spot, but he pulled it off so well. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a minute. I just want to get through team preview. So, Cobalion's a pretty good bring for pretty much everything, really. You know, it's got Bounce for Venus, so it's got Ironhead for the Fairies. It's got Rockfall for Torkoal and Charizard. Alongside Whimsicott, I don't really see it doing too badly here. So what we could just go for is a... what do they lead here? I feel like they'll just go for Hatterene and Indeedee. That's the most threatening lead to me, and these two cover every other lead my opponent could go for. Yeah. So I'm going to lead these two. I'll find a way out around it, which is usually the way I like to play. With the Assault Vest as well, we should take considerably less damage from Hatterene. So we could actually even do something else here. We could go for Togekiss with Whimsicott in the back. Yeah, I don't hate that. No, actually I'm going to go for these two, and then don't time out on me. We'll go for Incineroar. Incineroar seems to be the MVP of the late games recently. Yeah, anyway, so my point that I was making just was the fact that I'd want to try my best to foresee turns. I've been watching a lot more of Aaron Zeng, not that I wasn't watching him anyway, but like really trying to break down like the way he thinks, and the way he thinks is basically the major differences. Okay, so we see the Hat and the Indeedee. Is the fact that he just tries to foresee the next few turns so he can like anticipate moves before they happen, which is definitely something that every player should be opting to do. Okay, so we can't go for... Oh, we can still go for Beetle. Oh, but the Follow Me. Yeah, that was it. Okay, so Indeedee, no reason for it to not to. It's going to go for a Follow Me here. And the Hatterene's going to go for an Expanding Force. A Trick Room, sorry. Do I make the hard read and assume that Indeedee doesn't go for follow me here, expecting me to not go for beat up because of it? But then we do get some damage off onto it, that being said, so maybe I'll go for a max knuckle here into the Indeedee, just to get some, obviously, raise our attack. And go for a beat up regardless, because even if it does go into the Indeedee, it's going to do some damage, so yeah. This is the best lead to counter this lead though, so maybe, I'm trying to think what other, on my rain team, that's definitely got one of the best counters, if not the best counter to this, with Duraludon, using Flash Cannon into Hatterene, and then Stunjourner using Rock Slide to pick up the KO on the Hatterene if it's focus sashed. So, but obviously we don't have that kind of tech on this team. There's not really room for it either. So indeed, he goes follow me. I don't really mind at this stage in the battle. I don't really mind too much. Okay, so Whimsicott uses beat up. This isn't gonna do. Oh, okay, that was a crit. I was gonna say this isn't gonna do too much bad damage really. So that doesn't. Oh no way! Do a crit twice. That wasn't a crit. Is this one a crit? I think we've got like 5 crits in the last 2 games, and they're not even been slow games either. So max knuckle. Okay, so I don't hate the position I'm in. The trouble with Indeedee is the fact that if he gets knocked out, my opponent gets a free switch into something. And if Indeedee doesn't get knocked out, he goes for expanding force, which I really hate. Okay, so maybe I've put myself into a pretty shit position here. However, I think going for a max steel spike and just going for a. I hate how we can't Fate Tears the Indeedee. Not the Indeedee, sorry, the Hatterene. Is it in my interest just to switch an Incineroar just to soak up the expected expanding force damage? There's no way that my opponent's going for. Yeah, I'm going to go for a max steel spike into the Hatterene, and I'm actually just going to switch out into Incineroar here. Obviously the Intimidate doesn't do anything. A part of me really wants to put Snarl on this, however I like the rotation that Parting Shot provides. Let me know down in the comments if you guys prefer Parting Shot or Snarl on Incineroar. I think I prefer Parting Shot because Snarl has a chance to miss too. So the Hatterene Dynamax is here. So hopefully it's going for a. No reason for it to go for a max mine, so I'm just going to go for a G-Max Smite into Cobalion here. We are Assault Vested. I felt like I should have led Lapras near there, I think about it. Just to waste turns of Dynamax and stuff. Oh, Max Flare, okay, nice tech. It's through Mystical Fire, isn't it? Still doesn't really pick up that much damage. If I'd have anticipated that, I could have gone for a. Yeah, the Indeedee didn't use Follow Me, did it? Okay, so this is single target, but that's negligible damage. I mean, next time we will get knocked out. So the +1 here should actually pick up the 1-hit KO, and it's Focus Sash, of course it is. Right, so where do I go with this now? So our defense is raised, doesn't really matter. Can't go for a fake out. Does the Hatterene protect? Probably not. It probably knocks out the Cobalion here. So do I switch into something to preserve Cobalion as it's good late game? Maybe. I mean, we're only at +1 attack and +1, yeah. Because I won't expect Cobalion to max slide here, and I probably definitely won't expect me to switch out a Dynamax Pokemon. So I'm actually going to switch into Whimsicott, and I'm just going to go for a. I really hope my opponent doesn't make this read. A Dark Slayer into the Hatterene. If it gets redirected into the Indeedee, yeah, nothing's switching out because they would have switched out first. Oh no, sorry, we're not worried about them switching out, we're worried about the follow me, aren't we? Okay, so Whimsicott comes out here, which means that if it is for Max Flare, it'll. Okay, this actually might be a pretty good turn. Hatterene shouldn't knock out Incineroar with the G-Max Smite. Is that going into Incineroar? Please don't knock out. Oh, thank God. Okay, so we do waste our Dynamax. I just realised we've got a breakthrough confusion. Come on, Incineroar, you can do it. Eat your berry first, sir. This matters so much. Please, 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 please. Yes. Well done, Kitty. Okay, so that's the Hatterene out of the way. There's nothing stopping my opponent from bringing in Torkoal here, possibly. Okay, so how many turns of Trick Room are left? Probably 3 or 2. 2. Okay, so we're confused. So if we go for a Protect, I'm not even sure if I feel like Eruption might actually get the KO on Incineroar from this range. Indeed, it might only have access to Expanding Force, so it's got Protect, Follow Me, Expanding Force, and maybe Mystical Fire. Trying to think what other moves it could be opting for. I don't feel like it's even bad a play here to go for a Tailwind. Oh, okay, I really need to make a decision here. I'm going to go for a Protect just to preserve. Yeah, I'm going to go for a Dark Slayer into the Indeedee. Okay, so do we get confused here? Yeah, we do. Okay, so that breaks our sash, so we're going to go down to an Eruption here. Please, 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 please don't knock out the Incineroar. Okay, it hangs on. Pretty sure a Dazzling Gleam from the Indeedee will knock us out here. Okay, so we're actually faster in Trick Room, and we hit ourselves in confused. Oh, this is so unfortunate. Okay, so there's actually only one turn of Trick Room left. So, do I bring in... Okay, what I'm thinking to do here is bring in Lapras. As... Lapras' bulk and defense is probably similar to Incineroar's in a fashion. Yeah, I'd probably say they do, with the HP being different and the defenses being different, but like the numbers are around the same. So if that did that much to Incineroar being halved, maybe Lapras actually hangs on here. So I don't think there's anything wrong with me going for a... We're all in the sun, aren't we? So I really wish I had Protect on this thing. The Old Shard and Togekiss thing I might have to like get rid of, because it doesn't... I don't ever Dynamax Togekiss, and I don't ever really try to get the weakness policy off on it. So I'm going to go for a Freeze Dry into the Indeedee, and I'm just going to go for a Dark Slayer into it too. I should have probably gone for a Hydro Pump into the Torkoal actually. Okay, so Eruption comes out. Does this... Okay, it doesn't one-hit KO the Lapras, which is great. Freeze Dry comes out into Indeedee. This won't pick up the KO because of the special defense increase. And then Expanding Force will probably pick up the KO here because it's a single target over spread. And it does. Yeah, I feel like this is what I hate about GMAX Smite, right? Because if we'd have got broke through, we'd have knocked out the Indeedee, I believe, that turn. I'm trying to backtrack a little bit here. Going off what I was saying just about the poor decision making and things like that, I don't feel like I made too many poor decisions here. I felt like I played some out and switched around quite effectively, and sometimes you just can't do anything about the confusion and stuff. So the sun is still up. We can't Protect to waste any turns. Pretty sure that was the Trick Room going down. Yep, so sun's still up. Do I just go for a Stone Edge here? I don't think I know what they have in the back, do I? No, I don't. I'll tell you what I could do actually, just to... Okay, gotta be quick. Harsh Sunlight only has one turn left, so do I go for a Burnt onto Torkoal and actually try and get a Paralysis here, because I know Stone Edge doesn't knock it out, because I'm not raising any attacks here. Okay, so they go for Follow Me, so that's probably to avoid anything really. Yeah, this pretty much wins my opponent the game, because I'll just go for a Follow Me next turn. I didn't consider that. I couldn't have done anything about it anyway. The Eruption would have KO'd us that turn, so... Well played by my opponent. Yeah, even with the Assault Vest. So there's nothing stopping my opponent from not going for another Follow Me here. I'm trying to think what my opponent would have to have in the back. Maybe Venusaur. Even with Earth Power though. Okay. Hit bounce. Picks up the KO. If we survive Eruption here, which we don't. Maybe I should have tried to go for a Stone Edge crit onto the Torkoal. No, would have just got redirected into Indeedee, and we saw we didn't pick up the K. They picked up the K regardless, though. So yeah, well done to my opponent. I don't really mind losing that one. I felt like without that confusion hit on the Incineroar, I'm trying to backtrack as best I can. I believe that was going into the Indeedee slot. So that may have changed the tide a little bit, as we would have seen their last one. And if it was Venusaur, we would have been in a position to Flare Blitz it, as it would have been faster than us because of Trick Room being up. Sorry, it would have been slower than us because of Trick Room being up, and the sun was still up at that point, so we could have Flare Blitzed it. We probably picked up the one hit KO on it, as we knew the Sash was on the Hatterene, not the Venusaur at that point. So yeah, I mean, I don't really see Charizard being the last one there. I feel like, as it wasn't the lead, I feel like Venusaur would have been the last one. So if Trick Room didn't go up, Torkoal and Venusaur could have outsped. Well, Torkoal could have enabled Venusaur to outspeed, and then cleaned up the game probably from there. So yeah, fun second game. Really enjoyed the first one though, and yeah, I think that's all we've got time for today though, guys. So if you did enjoy it, please leave a like and a comment down below. And if you want to see more of this content, you know, go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to, well, definitely I'm getting videos out every 2 days from now on. It's just really working out for me. And I'm really enjoying doing this. So I'd love some more support from you guys, as you've been phenomenal so far already. And we've actually hit 19 subscribers already, which is great. I'm hoping for 30 by the end of the month. Hopefully we can smash that, maybe hit for 50 or something like that. But I don't want to get greedy. I just want to be optimistic. But yeah, let me know down in the comments as well if you felt like my decision making was a little bit better in this episode, and what you would have done differently in that second battle to prevent well, the loss basically, or if you feel like I made every decision as you would have done. So yeah, that's everything for today then, guys. So I'll see you in the next one. Okay, take care.